FDMG!
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Umar Johnson. I am a certified school psychologist.
Hi, Dr. Umar. I'm so happy that you're my principal. I love FDMG. Can you tell me about the school?
We are going to make history. We are going to shock the world. We are going to transform the entire community, one black boy at a time. In this school, you don't have to worry about special education. In this school, you don't have to worry about ADHD diagnoses. In this school, you will never get a phone call from a teacher or an administrator telling you that your child needs dangerous psychiatric medication in order to get an education.
FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. It's coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. It's 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 coming. Oh, it's coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. Thought its personality be twerking. It's twerking.
Today. Thank you so much again. We're trying this again. Really, we don't have much to get into. I just want to set this up because I don't even know what this debate is about. Anyone have any idea? Man, upgrade your internet from I used to have AOL dial-up way back in the day. I ain't gonna. Yeah, no, I have really good internet. I actually have fiber. It's a gigabyte to the box. So normally everything is fine. It's just for some reason. When I started this first time, it just right when I hit that start button, it started acting up. But right now, it looks like it's fine. Okay, so we won't be here all that long. I just want to kind of set the stage just in case if video footage of this actual debate, and thanks to a for that, if this actual debate appears online, it may be live streamed. I know there's the time differences. It's in the UK. I've seen different times posted in terms of when it was supposed to be happening. I'm going to assume that it's going to be in the evening time. Right now, it's probably early morning over there, so it's going to be some time. If in fact it comes online and there's a video available, we will definitely cover it. And this is what I'm talking about here. If anyone has any idea what this debate is about, I don't quite understand this. So the father of Elon Musk is going to debate Umar, but what are they going to debate about? I do know that Elon Musk, don't they have inroads in South Africa? So maybe it's something about, I don't know. If anyone has do you have any idea, go ahead and post inside of the chat room. It's at the University of Oxford. Umar actually stated that he didn't know who he was going to be debating. And I can tell Umar was shook when he saw that it was going to be Elon Musk's father. I did see Musk's father, if you will, being interviewed maybe about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. And he just seemed like a very, I would say, arrogant, almost narcissistic type of a person. So maybe it's a good match. I just don't know what they're going to be debating. Oh no, it's right there. I'm sorry. I just downloaded this. So because I have another one that I was showing earlier. So this one, it says, should Africans reject their colonizers? Is that going to be the debate topic? May 29th, and it says 8:30 p.m. And I'm going to assume that's 8:30 over there in the UK. Okay, I should probably go and look. Hey, how's it going? Real Talk, True Talk. If you're in London, what time is it over there? Because if this starts at 8:30, I would think that over there in London or in the UK, it's probably early morning right now. So it's going to be a while before this actual debate happens. And hopefully it'll be video recorded or live stream. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I did not see that. I just pulled that up. I just downloaded because Umar posted on his Instagram page not too long ago. Okay, everything's good with the stream. That's cool. Okay, Cricket Wireless. Here we go. What's up, X Freeman? Sharif, thanks for being here. Joshua, Miss Independent My Way, and Thidi Vera and Japal. Thank you so much, Lady Bell. We've had a wonderful week of live streams. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning on in as we continue with this Umar Johnson saga. Lewis Luck also says he's probably saying the Musk are real South Africans, aren't real South Africans. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the topic, the debate is going to be, and I don't. It's kind of an odd match, if you ask me. But it will definitely be interesting if it actually takes place. Okay, so it's 1:44 a.m. in London right now. If this takes place at 8:30, this is going to be 9 hours. I wonder if Umar put. No, this is going to be what, 21 hours, almost 21 hours away. If I'm doing my math right here. Let me do this. I'm going to go and what time is 8? Because isn't it GMT? GMT. Yeah, this is going to be early morning over here in the United States of America. This is going to be early morning. Yeah, maybe I'll wake up. Maybe I'll wake up and see if it actually is live streaming. And if it is, I can go on and go and cover it live. Yeah, I ain't going to do that. I got to get up early in the morning to get to work. But who knows? I may set my alarm and we'll see. Anyway, it looks like the question, at least what Umar's posted here, is should Africans reject their colonizers? Very interesting topic. There is a poll question. Get your vote in. That was another one. We'll go with this one. Will Umar back out of the debate? 67% say yes, 33% say no. And the reason I ask that question is because I can tell when Umar found out that he was going to be debating, and he didn't know until he got out there, Elon Musk's father, Umar was like, what do y'all think about this? And that was his way of trying to get some sort of support. He probably felt a little shook about that. Okay, in this live stream, real quick, we ain't going to be but maybe 20, 25 minutes. I want to play a couple of the videos that Umar posted on his Instagram page that's related to this particular event. And then there's some older videos like from last week, and they're short. In some cases, Umar's just staring at the camera, and we'll skip through those ones. I want to get through all that just so that we all caught up. Okay, that'll be the plan for today. Very quick live stream, somewhat non-traditional, but we've had a lot of time this week to get into live streaming and stuff, starting with Monday's marathon. Okay, what's up? The debate happened. It did? It's May 30th now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, because they're ahead, right? So this already happened. I haven't seen anything come up online. Okay, I tell you what, if anything, and I'll be checking while we're going through this stuff. If anything comes up during the live stream, I'll keep checking. We'll cover it. Yeah, because I was looking earlier. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see anything. Nothing's come up yet, quite yet. So I'll check back as we go through this over the next 20 minutes or so. And then we'll see if something comes up, and if it does, we'll cover it. We'll just continue with it. That'll be the plan. All right. And then if not, then I'll make sure. And if it comes on, online or appears online later, I'll download it and we can get to it sometime this weekend. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's start with this first video right here. This will be real quick. I want to go to this was when Umar touched down out there in the UK, and this is the first one I want to get to. So let's take a look at this. It's brief.
Free again, 3, 2, 1, Black Unity Alliance. 3, 2, 1, Black Unity Alliance.
Umar looks so out of place.
Unity Alliance. Are you gonna save that or?
I'm adopting you as my new best friend.
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, Black Unity Alliance. We are live on Dr. Umar's Instagram. I'm the chairman. My name is Lenon. We have big plans. 3, 2, 1 again. Black Unity Alliance. Do the survey. Follow us on Instagram. Right. Black Unity Alliance.
Umar like, that's enough. That's enough, kids. Y'all making too much noise for me. I ain't got all that noise in my mama closet. I don't want to hear all that noise in my closet.
Shout out to Manchester. Shout out to all the students who came out today. Great event. Oxford Union tomorrow. Let's do it. Where the drive at? Go ahead and drum it up. We got the drummers in Manchester, UK, drumming it up.
Yeah, I know.
Pulling up the ancestors, the Orisha, right. The Loa, the Abu Song. Oh, yes. UK Africans, King Kong is in the building. Live from Manchester, brothers and sisters. Shout out to Adrian. He on the drums. Manchester.
Hey, Adrian, you need to get it together, brother. Come on now.
University. Let's do what we do. Peace and Pan Africanism. All right.
You're a legend for this, honestly.
That's it. Okay, and then here's the next one.
Check it out. Y'all on my Instagram.
Oh, these are some young people. They don't even look college age to me. Some of them, they look like they in high school. Some of them.
Black Queen forever!
Yeah, Umar, he's turned into a meme. That's what the young people know him for. Just that. Boy, that hairline, boy, I tell ya. Yeah, they look like middle schoolers. What's up, Star? And Jesus Christ. Yeah, they do it themselves now. yeah. Right there. How we doing? Hey, Barry, how's it going?
How are you?
Pleased to meet you.
What in the world?
How we doing, ladies?
How are you?
Pleased to meet you. How we doing, ladies?
How are you?
Please. How we doing, ladies?
How are you?
Please.
What in the world?
To meet you. Yeah, can I be equal to y'all? Can I come back?
Governor are the junior PR officers for the ACS,
All right.
African Society. So we're gonna need to record bits here and there. If that's
I don't
okay
mind.
with you.
Go ahead.
And if you could also, I'll get you to record a segment for the introduction. If that's
Sure.
okay.
Yeah, real talk.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem.
You should do it now. Huh?
See, that thing's flaring up right now.
Yeah, you should do it now. I still need to connect to the thing. Yeah, do you wanna, this is Jamie, he's gonna do
How you doing, Jamie? Good to see you, bro.
Are you okay? I'll probably do something from that, but you okay if I take some social media?
I don't mind.
Where is it?
I don't mind.
Yeah, see that? It's flaring up. And I just, the thing that I don't like is how he be kissing these women, sneak kissing them on the cheek. He shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, so if it's not,
Sure.
hold the camera. It should be hi, I'm Umar. It's Pan Africanism.
What in the world? We gonna skip through that part right there, okay? That's a look. Come on, Umar. We got to do better than that, bro. Here we go.
This one will be the intro for the ACS.
Even though I said out to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks uncomfortable. He's out of his element. Yeah, that bumpity bump. It done flared up on him.
Oh, Jamie, can I see this? Wait.
Okay, and there's one more. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick live stream. Here we go.
I'm not sure where they want me at.
Just the speakers. I used to be president of here once upon a time, so I've been here. It's not my first rodeo. You're on the big important people table on the end.
You sit next to a bunch of white folks.
Yeah, enjoy. I'm with all the black queens. It's honestly a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
This is your first time around.
I want to sit with y'all.
See, Umar, he don't want to sit with the white people. He would be so uncomfortable. He want to sit with them, even though he's supposed to be the main guest or one of the main guests. Yeah, he's socially awkward. Yeah, that's why his camera is so important, because he can just live stream, makes him feel, connected to people who are watching. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got. There's these other shorter videos. I just want to run through these real quick so I can get all caught up on everything. Let me get these ones off of here, and I want to go back to the 24th. Some of these videos, he ain't even saying nothing. I don't see what he would study. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let me check too, see if it's come online.
Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. The Prince of Pan Africanism is on his way. I want to see all my Ohio Africans tomorrow. Columbus, Cleveland, Youngstown, Cincinnati, Dayton, Toledo. I want to see all of you tomorrow at the Ohio Black Expo in Columbus. 3 o'clock, I will be speaking on the psychoacademic Holocaust. Everything Ohio parents need to save their children from the school to prison pipeline. 3 p.m. tomorrow, African Liberation Day. I said 3 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday, May the 25th, African Liberation Day. 3 o'clock on the stage. Make sure you find Dr. Umar's stage. There's 2 stages. Find Dr. Umar's stage tomorrow, Columbus, Ohio. My Black Parent Advocate book will be in Columbus, Ohio for the first time tomorrow. If you are a Black parent in Columbus, Ohio, you need to come and get a copy of my book so you can stop being exploited through your ignorance in the school system, the special ed
Boy, he be sweating.
system, the mental health system. Come and get a copy of the most important book for black parents to read, and it's the first time the book will be in Columbus.
It was
Listen,
it was less than 4 minutes. The speech he gave, he got on stage, it was less than that. Does anyone ask who's funding and promoting Umar and why? Please look at the bigger picture. He promotes and represents everything bad about Black Americans. What is the agenda for real wake up people? Yeah, Andrea, this is something I've thought about. We've spoken about this many times too in the past. I think that there's such a vacuum in general in the Black community when it comes to Black male leadership. And as a consequence, people like Umar, they have a place. I mean, it's not that he provides strong Black leadership, Black male leadership, but because there's a vacuum in many cases, he can come in and misrepresent himself, and people will go for it. You know, and you're right. He really does. He epitomizes the worst example, in my opinion, of Black manhood, masculinity, and father that I've seen. More recent events prove that, especially the fatherhood aspect of it. It's not manly to be online going at your daughter, disparaging your daughter and your baby mamas. Interesting enough, there was someone who had posted in the chat room. This was for the other live stream. It said Umar has accomplished more than Lenon has, meaning than I have. And I thought about that, and I said he's accomplished some things that I haven't accomplished, but then there are things that I've accomplished that he hasn't accomplished. But the truth of the matter is that it's not a competition. I think people, Umar Johnson followers, they tend to go there because it makes it easier for them to dismiss the truth about Umar, that he's a deadbeat, that he's a grifter, he's a con man, he's a scam artist, he sexually exploits Black women, and yeah, he represents everything bad about Black Americans. Traditionally speaking, in terms of the negative stereotypes, he epitomizes all of those things. It's truly unfortunate, but I think it has more to do with the fact that there is a vacuum in general, a vacuum in the African American or Black community for strong Black male leadership, especially in the home, and that's a serious problem. It's been a problem for a long time. And again, like I said, I'm not in competition with Umar. I give critical analysis based upon the receipts, and it's not about competition. But I will say this, that in all ways that matter, in my opinion, I've accomplished more than Umar has. I'm a father to my children. Umar's not a father to his children. Umar has 3 baby mamas. I don't have any baby mamas. Umar's 50 and is not married. My wife and I, we had our marriage ceremony when I was 27, 28. Yeah, so it's been over 20 years. Umar can't, you know, Umar doesn't have a job. I have a job. Umar lives in his mama's closet. I don't live in my mama's closet. And this goes on. He's been homeless since 2019. I've never been homeless. So in all ways that really matter in a traditional sense, there's no comparison. Now, Umar, he's written 2 books. I've actually written a couple of books. His books are non-scholarly. My books are non-scholarly. So that's a wash. He does have 5 degrees. I only have 1. So he has me there. He has more hair on his head than I do. Okay. But in all ways that really matter and really matter in the Black community, especially when it comes to the void that is present in general, when it comes to Black male leadership, there's really no comparison. But the truth is that most Black men have accomplished more in these areas that I've mentioned, that I've accomplished in, than Umar has, because he's failed it miserably at all of them. Okay? It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, but that's the times we're living in. And then the social media doesn't help. I think the young people that brought him out there, I think they do that because of Umar. He's a social media influencer more so than anything else. And you guys would be amazed at the value that young people place on social media influencers. For us who are older, when the internet comes around and social media starts to pick up, we're already kind of more wise. We're a little bit more aged, a little more knowledgeable. But these young people, when they're raised on social media and it's all over the place, they really do. They put very strong emphasis on engaging people on social media. But then people who are on social media, they value them and extremely. And so Umar, because he's a social media influencer, that's why he tends to the younger people, at least some of them, they see him as a social media celebrity. you know. But in all ways that matter, Umar, he hasn't achieved much of anything. And it's unfortunate that he is the person that people bring out and promote when he really does. He represents like the worst examples of black man who's masculinity and father that I've seen. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hope you're doing all right, Andrea. Par B said, and we're almost done here. Par B says, it's so hard to believe he's been scamming this long. Whoever made that statement about your achievements, Lenon, is clearly ignorant. Yeah, it's a Umar. I'm sure it's an Umar Johnson follower, but it reminds me of what was it? I think it was someone who, I don't know if they called into the no. It was someone who was leaving comments inside the chat room. This was like maybe a couple of weeks ago. And I went point by point. I think it's difficult for Umar Johnson followers to deal with the reality of what and who Umar Johnson is. But it's part of the internet celebrity. It does that. It jades people's perceptions. And it's truly unfortunate because in all ways that matter, you know, in the first place, as men, we should be committed to our wives. Umar's not committed to anyone. It should start there. And that's the most important thing that we can do. And then, of course, when we have children come on the scene, commit to our children, be there, you know, provide for them, take care of them the best that we can. We all know this. Umar, he hasn't done. Those are the most important things, you know, that we can do. And Umar will talk about he wants to uplift the black community, but that it starts in the home in the first place. That's where everything starts. And he hasn't done that. He's failed at that miserably. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Par B, for being a member. Okay, I just want to go through these videos real quick. We'll go one by one, and then we'll be done. I really don't have much. I just want to set things up, and then I'll check again to see if that debate has come online. If it has, we'll watch that. But I don't think it's going to come on. If this was recorded, it probably won't come on until tomorrow. We'll see. Here we go.
Years later, I'm coming back. Columbus, it's been a long 8 years, and we got a lot to talk about. Columbus, it's been a long 8 years, and we got a lot to talk about. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock in Columbus. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock in Columbus, Ohio. Black Expo at the riverfront. Dr. Umar on the stage. My Columbus queens, come give me a hug and take a photo so I can post your sexy ass up on my Instagram. I said I want all my Ohio queens to come out and take a photo with King Kong consciousness so I can post your sexy ass up on my Instagram. Oh, yes.
I think we already watched this. Did we watch this? Or maybe he said this in another video. He trying to crush cookies. And then after he went out there to Chicago, he got that bump and he went flared up.
Leo season is almost here, family. Leo season is almost here, family. Leo season is almost here, family. Oh, yes. Make sure you hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Make sure you hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Got 2 new podcast interviews coming out. It's Up There Podcast, Nashville, Tennessee. I was there yesterday. Nashville, Tennessee. And then we got the Growth, Power, Respect podcast coming to you out of Miami. That's where I'm at right now. Miami Africans, I'm in the building. I didn't tell nobody I was here because I came for the podcast. I'll see you July 27th in Miami Gardens. Where my Miami, Florida Africans, where my South Floridian Africans at? African Liberation Day, I stand in solidarity with all the nations of Africa, all the nations of the Caribbean, all the nations of Central and South America, and of course my American African brothers and sisters, my Florida Africans, my Georgia Africans, my Texas Africans, my Arizona, my California Africans, my Detroit, Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Paul, St. Louis Africans, my Chattanooga, my Memphis.
Yeah, I don't like using that word, but he a simp. He really is a simping cookie buster. He was boy, but that's Umar. He know that's how he try to get them cookies, by that simping. Thanks, JD. All right, let me keep going here.
My Nashville Africans, tomorrow is African Liberation Day. Pour out a little liquor.
Yeah, Sharif, he ain't saying nothing about the school. I ain't heard him say nothing about the school in a long time.
For all the fallen soldiers of the African Revolution. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Look out for that Growth, Power, Respect podcast out of Miami.
What's up, man?
Look for that Growth, Power, Respect podcast out of Miami. And look out for that It's Up There podcast out of Nashville. King Kong Consciousness, Manchester University.
Yeah.
We're my Manchester, UK Africa.
Yeah, he is. That's what we had. The poll question yesterday was how many days out of the year does Umar spend up there? No, he's busy traveling, right? And sometimes he'll travel. He'll be gone for like 2 weeks, and he'll have like 2 speaking engagements. So he be out there chilling. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the super sticker, prime time. Yeah, that's what they used to come back in the day. Used to call Deion Sanders prime time. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. And Andrea says you're right. Umar isn't straight. Is straight garbageism, a man and a father. Behavior matters first. It's about the quality, not quantity. A black ignorance all day. Yeah, I totally agree. It's about the behavior in the first place. We talked about this too. This was maybe 3 months ago. Someone had brought up how Umar. It was longer than that. Maybe about 6 months ago. Someone had brought up how Umar. He's all talk, no action. And as I've studied Umar, that's what we see. He'll talk and he'll say he's going to do all these things, but in terms of actualizing things, 99.9% of the stuff that he says he's going to do, literally, he doesn't do. He doesn't even do it because what he does is he runs his mouth. It's all about his imagination, everything that he says he's going to do. A lot of what he says that he's going to do, it feeds his ego, and then some of his followers, they buy into it and they think that he's this great black leader. But if people again, critical analysis, if they took a piece of paper and wrote down all the promises that Umar has made over the last decade and then calculated how many promises he actually fulfilled, his success rate is it's less than 1% because he's all talk, no action. And then the things that he has done that are, we can say that these are actions. Everything is mediocre. He wrote 2 books. The 2 books are not peer reviewed. They're not scholarly. There's no source material. There's grammatical errors all throughout. Okay, it's mediocrity. The block parties. Okay, those were good. Those were good events in my opinion. But he used black women to set all that stuff up. They were the ones who spearheaded that. Okay, do I give him some credit for it? Yeah, but ultimately, it's not like Umar sat down and said, I'm going to do this. And from point A to point Z, he set in motion through actions everything that needs to take place in order to hold those parties. Yeah, he's all talk, no action. And it's unfortunate. But see, what Umar has done, though, is he tells people that he's doing all these things. And because he has a social media influence as a social media influencer, he's not a black leader, he's a social media influencer. And he says it over and over again. People begin to believe it. It reminds me of Andrea of Jay Morrison. He used to tell people that he was a real estate agent for the stars, when in point of fact, he wasn't. He just found a couple of people who, had some level of celebrity, including Angela Yee, and did some videos with them, showing them properties and stuff like that. But that was his marketing strategy, to present to people that as if he was this great real estate agent, mogul. But that wasn't the case at all. He was a con man. Well, Umar does the same thing. Yeah, thank you for the super chat, Andrea. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to this. Here we go.
We're my Manchester, UK Africans. I will be speaking at Manchester University, God willing, this coming Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Manchester University, where my UK Africans at? Where my UK Africans at? I will be at Manchester University Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. And then I have to debate at the Oxford Union. I have to debate at the Oxford.
I didn't believe him that he was going to do this, but he did. So I give him credit.
Oxford Union, like Malcolm X did a few months before he joined the ancestors.
Months.
King Kong in the building.
We did cover this video because we covered this video because I was saying he's trying to make it appear as if he's on that level of Malcolm X. See, I'll be interested to see this debate because Umar, what he tends to do is he gets belligerent, he gets all into his feelings, and he gets emotional, and he starts yelling. So if it comes out and it's online, we will definitely cover it. Smitty Boy says, man, Umar is hazardous to the black community. Old PayPal head. On a positive note, Uncle Lynn, I just want to say, me and my lady appreciate your consistency with the videos every week. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. And there's times where I take breaks. I take a break from time to time. More recently, we've been going hard in the paint because in February, that was the 6-year anniversary of Umar acquiring those abandoned buildings. And then I think it was towards the end of March, I think. Yeah, towards the end of March, that's when the whole situation took place with his daughter. So that was crazy. And then I wanted to take a bit of a break, but this just seems to be, there's always something going on with this guy. It just never stops. And so who knows what comes out of this? If it actually appears online and Umar's acting the fool, and then people start talking about it, then we will have another month of videos that we can get into. Thanks, Smitty Boy, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been at this quite a while, but I do take my breaks from time to time. You know, it's necessary. Thanks again, Smitty Boy. I appreciate it. Sasha says, someone whose daddy went to the store for milk will be back before FDMG opens after school. You know, the truth is, Sasha Love, Umar doesn't really talk about FDMG all that much. What he talks about is getting people to, you know, get on their PayPal. And because there was a time when Umar would bring up FDMG, and then he'd start talking about all the things he's going to do. I can pull up receipts and show you about this, how you should do this, and you know, how it was so important, and that's why we need you to donate, and we're going to be doing this, and we're going to be doing that. But he doesn't really do that anymore. He'll just get on and ask for money. And part of the reason is he's made so many promises about what he was going to do, and people believed that they send him money based upon that, what he was saying he was going to do, and he never did it. So these days, when he brings up the school, it's normally he's up there begging for money, and that's pretty much it. But in the past, if you guys remember, he would have a whole thing. He would start talking about the curriculum, and we're going to have global science class, and we're going to be teaching nutritional science, and he just starts going. He don't do that anymore. He just be like, get on your PayPal. There was a time when he would get up there and say, we need money for renovations, but then he messed up because he said renovations were complete in 2023. He's still renovating, but he can't keep saying that because he already told people renovations were done in 2023. In fact, if memory serves me right, Sasha, I think in the video in 2023 when he told people, I think it was that video, when he told people that the renovations were complete, he told people to get on their Cash App. He still had Cash App back then. Get on your Cash. Why they got to get on their Cash App if the renovations are complete? Because renovations weren't complete, but the point is that it was always about the money from the beginning, and that's Umar. See? Yeah, this it's not going to happen. Yeah, sewing programs. He would say all kind of stuff. Zoo, space program. Kid you not the space, but he said they was going to put observatory on the roof, and they're going to have a NASA building and all this other stuff. Anyway, thanks Sasha for the super chat. Thanks Smitty Boy, and thanks Andrew, everyone else too. I appreciate it. Okay, hey, how's it going, Bittersweet? Thanks for tuning on in. I appreciate you. Yeah, truth be told, said he also said the HVAC was in and ready to go. Yeah, but then after that, he told people that he just needed the controls, whatever that means. He didn't have controls for it. It just doesn't make any sense. But he lies so much. FDMG Farm. Yeah, he said FDMG Farm. How's it going, guys? Little princess. Yeah, he said black. He said he's gonna turn the boys into a black Rambo. That's what he said. No, he never said no boxing ring. I don't remember that. He was boxing one time out there though. He was shadow boxing. Okay, let's get going. Here we go.
If you need to reach me, you know how to do that. 215-989-9858. If you need to reach me, you know how to do that. 215-989-9858. Columbus, Ohio. Manchester, England. Oxford Union. Jacob Carruthers Center, Chicago. Yeah. Cleveland on June 10th. I'm still working out Juneteenth. King Kong is in the building.
Mom, you said, then you need to do healing after Umar. Yeah, Uncle Baby. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, let me go to the next one. There's 3 other ones, but one of these, he don't even say nothing, did it? Here we go. Yeah, I don't think he says anything. But he's sniffing, though. Why is he recording people, though? He's such a weirdo. Yeah, he don't say nothing in this one. We'll go to the next one. Theodore Vera says, Lenon, after 17 years, me plus my children were walked out on last week. These live streams plus the Cook Crusade have kept me from spiraling. On the plus side, I also started good. You can start a new job in IT. There you go. There you go. See? And then you say on the plus side, see, sometimes stuff can be difficult, but it all works out in the end. So congratulations. Let's everyone, let's congratulate Theodore Vera. New job in IT, making 6 figures now. Congratulations. That's awesome. That makes me so happy. I was having a rough day too. I ain't gonna lie. So that just makes me. That's why I was gonna get on it real quick, get up out of here. I had a rough day, but hearing this makes me so happy. Congratulations. It's totally awesome. Totally awesome. And things work out. Things work out. And 6 figures. Yes, awesome. All right. Thanks for letting us know. Everyone, make sure you congratulate Titi Veta in the Cookie Crush chat, and then anyone who sees this as this archive, go in the comment section. And let's congratulate Titi Veta. Awesome. It makes me happy. That made my day. Sometimes you need to hear good news, even if it's not from, your good news. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. All right. And thank you for the super chat as well, Titi Veta. D that is all says, hey, Cook, sliding in late like FDMG. Lenon still owe you some. Been a long, busy. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We actually started the live stream and then we had problems. I had to set up another one and then we started again. But I was planning only on being on here 20, 25 minutes. We already did 40 minutes because I don't really have much. I'm waiting to see it. I'm going to check again in just a moment. Umar did this debate with Elon Musk's father, and I'm waiting to see if it actually comes online. If it actually comes online while we're live streaming, we'll just cover it. We'll just roll over into that. Otherwise, I'll download it tonight if it comes on like later on, and then we'll get to it. Or if it comes tomorrow, I'll download it. Hopefully, it comes online. I'd be really interested to see how Umar behaved because he normally goes off. Thanks, Diaz, all for being a member too. I appreciate it. Yeah, congrats. That's absolutely awesome. Yeah, do the money dance. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk right there. That's real talk right there. Yeah, you good. Yep, you good. That's awesome. That makes me so happy. Yeah, and that's what I love about the Cookie Crush chat. We always support it when people come up, we always support it. Dion says, proud of Titi Veta. I just hit 6. Oh, shit. Join the club. All right. Dion done hit 6 figures too. So everyone, let's give congratulations to brother Dion too. Congratulations. That's awesome. All right. We working. The Cookie Crush chat is working. All right, bro. Thanks for super chat too. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome, man. All right. We got Titi Veta and Dion. Who's next? Let me hold something. Somebody said, let me hold something. What's up, East B? Kyrie Shell? All right, Joshua. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all handling the business. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, real talk. I need to hear that today. I'm hyped now. I feel like Umar have to turn the heat down. I'm gonna start. I remember one time Umar did that. He was talking with his nose was moving. I said, boy, if you don't stop. Okay. Yeah, congratulations, Titi Veta and brother Dion. Okay, let's we were watching this video right here, and he ain't saying nothing. So let's go to the next one. Here we go. He probably ain't saying nothing this one either. Let me see. He ain't saying nothing again. This is from the 24th. And he just be lonely. Because who can he call? He can't call his daughters. He ain't got no wife or nothing like that. He can't call his kids. So he gotta get online like this. Poor guy. But that's his own doing. He don't say nothing in this one either. So let's go to the next one.
Peace and Pan Africanism.
Here you go. This is from the 25th. It looked like that thing flaring up right there. I just hit 2 figures. Damn. I just hit 2 figures, but Umar said he got me on. Damn. Boy, that is too funny. Yeah, baby. I'll make it 2 figures. Yeah, boy, that is hilarious. All right. Thanks, Blackwood, for the super chat. Yeah, Umar, he got you on the rest, I'm sure. Next, somebody said next time make it 4 figures. Oh wow. Okay. Thanks, Black Wolf for a super chat too. Okay. Titi Bedal says his eyes were black in the last period. Yeah. We noticed that with Umar. Yeah, it's something. It's something going on with this guy. And if you guys look carefully at that lip right there, you can see it's festering a bit. This is on the 25th, but if we look at the video that he uploaded today or yesterday, man, well, no, he actually uploaded it today. He has some serious stuff going on right now. It's inside the thumbnail, but from this video right here. Yeah, it flared up on him. This is from the 29th, so this is 4 days later. Yeah, I would have to find the actual part where I had the screenshot, but you can see. Yeah, there it is right here.
Okay, so if it's not,
Sure. Yeah, and see, and I'm not bringing it up to make fun of the guy or anything like that. It's just that I have an issue with the fact that he kisses women on the cheek, you know, and who knows what else he's doing behind the scenes when he's trying to crush cookies, and that's not right. You know, if you have that issue, you shouldn't be sneak kissing women. You shouldn't have your lips touching anything on anybody else's skin. And then if you're going to be getting down, at the nighttime or whatever, it needs to be informed consent. They need to know what you got going on so that they can make informed consent. This goes for everybody. But Umar, he don't care. He don't care about that. This goes to show you, he don't care about people. He don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. It's like Andrea was saying earlier. People they promote the guy and all this stuff, but that just right there, that should be enough for people to say no. Who does that? He don't care. Thanks, Titi Vera, and congratulations too. So awesome, just great. I needed to hear that today. All my Cookie Crush chat millionaires, feel free to hit my PayPal. Amen. All right, I like that too. Look at the super chat. It's $8.88. Okay, I like that. Thank you so much, everybody. Moon 888. All right, I like that figure. Next time, make it what? What would Umar say? Next time, make it $9.99. I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate the super chat. And then Smitty Boy says, I hit six figures at the beginning of 2025 as the new base safety manager. Truly a blessing after recovering from soleal sling surgery. What is that? What's soleal sling? Oh, it's in your knees, where the tibial nerve gets compressed. It's what probably was painful if it's a nerve, huh? Compressed under the soleal sling, tendinous arch formed by the soleus muscle. The compression can cause pain, tingling too, probably, huh? Because it's cause pain, numbness, and tingling in the calf, ankle, and foot. It's a relatively rare cause of nerve entrapment, often diagnosed as tarsal tunnel syndrome. I didn't know there was a tarsal. I know carpal tunnel. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're doing better, and congratulations. Well, let's go ahead and congratulate Smitty Boy. Okay, congratulations to Smitty Boy. Yeah, that's awesome. There we go. Yeah, so for nerve damage, that's what I was reading right there. I'm glad that you're good now. Yeah, they're just awesome. And then blessed with the six figures, that's absolutely fantastic. Keep rising, keep rising. Yeah, I don't like. I kind of implied sometimes, but I don't like to talk publicly about financials. But I'm doing a whole lot better. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it right there. All right. And it's been a long journey. It really has. Still got a long way to go though, because I got 6 kids. But I'm so thankful, and I've been so blessed. That's why I'm so appreciative of the Cookie Crush chat too. It's like it wasn't that long ago. What, 7 years ago, something like that. Really struggling, really down and out. But things can change, and it's good. You know, I think probably because I got to tell y'all before I start this live stream, because I had a bad day. I had a bad day from actually it was a bad midnight, because sometimes you might get a phone call or a text and it's bad news. And then you got to sleep on it. In the morning, you start making phone calls, and then other stuff happened during, and that was kind of like how my day was today. And I was telling my wife, I was like, I wish I didn't schedule that live stream. And she said, no, why not? She's like, you do so well, you do good on there, you have a good time. And because I just wasn't fit, I didn't want to get up on here and not feel good and just be all But now I see why, and y'all didn't know nothing about none of that, but we got people announcing great accomplishments and all that stuff, and I needed to hear that. So that's why that's why this live stream was necessary. Umar is Umar. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, but sometimes things line up to where we do things we may not even feel like doing it, but then when we do it, we hear what we need to hear and we see what we need to see, and then we're uplifted, and that's what's happened for me. So thank you guys so much, and congratulations to everyone. And that's the thing. I've always, whenever we do these live streams, when people make announcements like this, or people say I'm getting married next week, or I'm about to graduate, or whatever. I just got my high school diploma. Even that, we always celebrate, and that's a tradition here in the Cook Chat. We're gonna continue to do that. Okay, we're gonna acknowledge success, and then it inspires other people and it uplifts other people. They did that for me today. So thank you guys so much. Okay. All right. Thanks, Smitty Boy, for the super chat. Did I get to everyone? Yeah, I think I got to everyone. Okay, I hope I didn't miss anyone. Okay, let's get back to which video is it? It's this one right here.
Peace and Pan African. Peace and Pan Africanism. Peace and
he ain't talking about nothing.
This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, coming to you live and direct from Columbus, Ohio. First visit in 8 years. I'm pulling up today at the Ohio Black Expo. I'm pulling up today at the Ohio Black.
Umar be living in hotels, don't he? He'll live in some hotels. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But for whatever reason, today it was just like one thing after another. It really was. But then, I'm thankful. I really am, Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Expo here in Columbus,
Thank you.
Ohio. I will be on the empowerment
that.
stage at 3 p.m. I will be on the empowerment stage at 3 p.m. So all my Columbus Africans, my Cleveland Africans, my Cincinnati Africans, my Toledo Africans, my Dayton Africans, all of you, make sure you at the empowerment stage at the Ohio Black Expo today, 3 o'clock. But you could start pulling up at 2 o'clock to grab a seat or to grab a book. You need to get a copy of Black Parent Advocate.
He's still selling them books? I didn't know he was still selling them things. I had to say, oh no. Oh no, Brian, don't do that. I didn't know he was still selling them books.
Art of War for Dealing with America's Public and Charter Schools. Come and get a copy of the book today. You can use Apple Pay, Zelle, Venmo, or PayPal. Apple Pay, Zelle, Venmo, or PayPal. I do not have Cash App. I do not have Cash App. I do not have Cash App. You can also bring credit card, cash, food stamps, pennies, dollars, nickels, and quarters, because the revolution must be televised, brothers and sisters. And if we take a picture today,
quarters, nickel, dimes, pennies, you see? So desperate. That's crazy.
Here in Columbus, Ohio, Sunday, May 25th, African Liberation Day.
Did he say food stamps? Because he said that in other videos. Let me see.
And credit card, cash, food stamps, pennies, dollars, nickels.
Damn, he sure did. It ain't the first time. Because I got it inside my nose. He will say food stamps. He said it before. He desperate. He's just desperate for money because he need to get that plug. Not to open up no school. He needs that raw cash and food stamps. See, that's what I'm saying. Umar, yeah, he will take EBT. He will take WIC. Okay, is that how you say it? WIC. That's what I'm saying. It's not about opening up a school. You're not going to open up a school by having Black people give you their food stamps, Umar. And he said that before. I have it inside my notes. Okay, but that's what we're dealing with here.
I do not have Cash App. I do not have Cash App. You can also bring credit card, cash, food stamps, pennies, dollars, nickels, and quarters, because the revolution must be televised, brothers and sisters.
That's wild.
And if we take a picture today here in Columbus, Ohio, Sunday, May 25th, African Liberation Day. That's right. Where are my Africans at on African Liberation Day? We will never forget Kwame Nkrumah. We will never forget Patrice Lumumba. We will never forget Sekou Touré. We will never forget Robert Sobukwe.
Give me a quarter,
we will
brother.
never forget Amilcar Cabral. We will never forget His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the
FDMG, EBT, ASAP. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he crazy.
First, we will never forget Empress Taitu, Empress Zaiditu. We will never forget Shaka Kasensuka Kona Zulu. We will never forget Chris Hani. We will never forget Steve Biko. We will never forget Maurice Bishop. We will.
I ain't never heard of TNAF.
African Liberation Day. Columbus, Ohio, African Liberation Day. My next
seriously, any spare change to do. Any spare change.
Stop. My next stop.
If you got a Home Depot gift card, we take a Home Depot gift card. If you got the EBT, I will take the EBT. All right? Wow.
University of Manchester, United Kingdom. Where are my Manchester Africans at? Where are my Manchester, UK Africans at? I'm going to see all my Manchester University students Wednesday night. I'm going to see
wow. Why didn't you tell us? Earned my MS in psychology in March, starting my EDD in educational leadership on Monday. Still working on my certificate in ABA. I have a little fam, so I'm telling you. Okay. Cookie Crush chat, hashtag 6 degrees. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, see, the thing is, you're doing it right, and you're not, by the time you're done, you're going to be doing it the right way, as opposed to Umar. You see? So, that's what I was talking about earlier. You see how people, Umar Johnson followers, they were like, Umar's accomplished more than you have. It's not a competition. See, it's not. It never was. It's about right and wrong. And there's plenty of people who are doing very well and quite well in the Cookie Crush chat. And then look at this. Laurie earned an MS in psychology and starting the EDD and educational leadership on Monday. See? Congratulations to Laurie. Let me get my, I should have just, I need to copy it. So I copy this so I can just copy and paste today. Congratulations, Laurie. Excelente. Yeah, everyone, let's give congratulations to Laurie now. Okay, we going all in today. All right. Binky said, congratulations, ex-Freedman, Thidi Beda, Thaye. I said it in a weird way. Congratulations on all your hard work. Yes. Congratulations, Swaggo Dito. Yes. Yes, big sis. Hey, big sis Candace, how you been? All right. Yeah, we always do. We celebrate success. Yeah, my wife, she's working on her. She already has a certification. She's working on her associates, and then I'm encouraging her to roll that over to work on her bachelor's. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations to Laurie. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So it's a good live stream already. You know what I'm saying? It's all worth it. Umar watching this and like taking down names. Yeah, I can ask him. I'm gonna see if I get on that PayPal. Yeah. What's up, bro? What's up, disgruntled penguin? Yeah. Black Wolf. Yeah, congratulations, Laurie. Yeah, see, and people, please let us know when it happens. That way we can celebrate like in that moment, and if we need to, if I need to bring a cake the next live stream or something, I'll do it. It's awesome. See, y'all got me hype. I'm off. All right, congratulations, Laurie. Black Wolf says, I appreciate you, Lenon, because you didn't go down the dark hole of YouTube turning into a degenerate like many others have. We roast Umar and uplift each other. Yeah, I had to be careful about that. First of all, that's not in my character anyway. I'm the kind of person that what I want in life is peace. And part of it is because in my early life, it was so much negativity and dysfunction and pain. that as I've gotten older, what I seek to create for myself and for my wife and for my kids is just peace. I don't want no unnecessary drama. You guys hear me say that every once in a while, unnecessary drama. And it's easy to to get on YouTube or any social media platform, and then it just turns all negative. There's no joy, there's no laughter, there's no congratulations, on people's success like we see here. There's been times where people are struggling and they'll mention what they're going through, and then everyone in the Cook Crush chat they start consoling them, that kind of thing. That's why I said it's special. The Cook Crush chat is special. We goof off too, but I haven't seen anything like this online. I've been on the internet for a long time. I could have gone down that road, and there's been times where I may have even kind of stepped in that direction, but there's something that's always pulled me back to keep me on the straight and narrow. And it's so easy to get lost like that, and then everything becomes negative. And I'm just not that kind of person. I've never been that kind of person. I'm the kind of person is where I look for ways of creating peace. Any way that I can create peace, that's what I try to do. And it makes a difference too, because I could have turned this my whole YouTube page in just a bunch of negativity. And the thing that I've learned too is there'll be people who will tune into that for a while, but the types of people that tune into that type of stuff, it's a certain type of person. And like I said, I don't want no unnecessary drama, so that's not the type of people I want to be around. And I've seen it. I've seen it happen to other people, and I was very clear at an early period in all of this Umar Johnson saga, covering Umar. I said, no, I can't go down that path, and it's made a difference. People show up, we have a good time, the support is there, the laughter is there. Most importantly, the laughter and the support is there. Okay, well, that's what it's all about. Yeah, real talk. Thanks, Blackfoot, for saying that too. Yeah, I appreciate it. And again, we clown, we do. But overall, it's positive. What they say, positive vibes. That's what it is. What's up, Black Anonymous? Hi, LenonHonor and Cook Crush. I'm sorry I'm late. I had an issue with my HVAC system and was working with Brother Jose. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, we started earlier, and then the live stream wasn't working, so we had to set up another one, and here we are. We're only supposed to be going 20 minutes or 25 minutes, but I got blowed off already. And again, thanks, Black Wolf, for the super chat. Andrea says, I hope you realize the impact you have on us by holding this space of community for us, showing what real manhood and fatherhood is. Thank you so much. Stop. See that? You had to go up there and you just dropped the bomb on me, okay? Yeah, I appreciate that. And that's what I'm saying. It's y'all. It really is. Y'all, the Cooker Chat, that's what runs the show. And it's been like that for a long time. I'm more of a moderator. Like, I bring the videos, I have my commentary, but ultimately the flow of the show, it's about y'all. Like, for instance, I said to myself 20 minutes, 25 minutes, wasn't having a good day today, which is one of them days. And here we are now, an hour, in, and I feel a lot better because of what people have been sharing. Okay. That's a unique situation. It really is. So yeah, as long as people show up, I'll be here. And I wish I could do even more. I do what I can when I can. And I do. I really appreciate all y'all. That's why, like, at the end of these live streams, I always thank everyone. I tell y'all I love y'all because I really do. Like I said, what I want in my life is peace, and I want people around me that care about me, and people around me that I care about. And you guys, we've been through a lot, together. You guys know there's been all kind of stuff that we've had to deal with, and that's part of it too. And as long as y'all come and want to show up, I'll be here. It's all good. Yeah. And thank you, Drea. The other thing I just want to say too is I'm not perfect. I have a lot of failures, and I made a whole lot of mistakes in life. Every day, I think about it every day. I really do, because I wish I had been further along compared to where I'm at these days. Wasted a lot of time focusing on the wrong things, made a lot of bad decisions, especially when I was in the conspiracy theory paradigm. I just made a lot of bad decisions. Then I got into the metaphysics space and made a lot of bad decisions there too. These days, I think I have a lot more clarity, a lot more wisdom. And I also have, I think I have a lot more wisdom to share, especially when it comes to manhood and fatherhood, because I've already been through the fire, and I've had to really look at myself critically. And I hit rock bottom, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, something like that. Relatively speaking. That's what I would call for my rock bottom. And ever since that time, I've taken steps every single day to do better. And then everything that takes place here inside the Cook Crush App, this has been part of it. It's just part of the journey, and it's inspirational to me too. Just that people come and show up and we have a good time. It just goes to show that this is the right thing to do. So I appreciate you all, and I know you guys support each other in the chat room. You guys be talking. I see people greeting each other and all that stuff. That's what it's all about. Now Umar is going to do what Umar does. That's the thing. I used to think that Umar was going to change. And he inspired me to make certain changes too. But at this point, Dre, I don't think he will. He's 50 and he's stuck in his ways. And like I was talking about yesterday, he's enslaved. He's enslaved. He's basically a slave to his addictions, and everything revolves around that. It's a horrible way to live life. It really is. Thanks, Dre, for the super chat. Menopause, baby. Man, okay. And then Black Wolf gifted a membership. Thank you, Black Wolf. Y'all thank Black Wolf for gifting that membership. Very kind of you. And then whoever received that gift, make sure you thank Black Wolf. Okay, very kind. We're almost done too, everyone. Smitty says, Uncle Lennon, me and the Cook Crush Chat love you too, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love y'all. The hell with that, what Umar followers got to say. They just in denial because Umar is a bum, rotten person, and a scammer. Meanwhile, you're happy. And yeah, the thing is, I know that Umar, I know he's not at peace, and I know he's not happy. In fact, I think he goes online sometimes and he doesn't even say, we saw 2 videos today. I just skipped through them, but sometimes he just goes online just to look at people's comments because he doesn't have anything else going on. If he doesn't have a speaking engagement, what else does he have going on? He's not opening up a school. He doesn't have a family. He doesn't take care of his kids. He doesn't have any interpersonal relationships. Because there are people who don't have families, but they have people that they interact with. They may have, when I say family, they may not have children or anything like that, but they have family, they have friends. They got people that at their job that they talk to, friends at their jobs, or let's say if they go to church, they got people at their church that they talk to. That kind of. Umar doesn't have any of that, so he's a very lonely person. I think Umar followers. I'm gonna tell you what and it's not all of them, but I think your average Umar Johnson followers, I think they see Umar from a selfish vantage point. It's more like he fulfills a need that they have. And I don't think that the average Umar Johnson follower actually cares about Umar at all. I don't think so. I really don't. Because if you cared about him, you would be encouraging him to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. See, that's the thing. Even going back years, Smitty, and I don't know if you were around back then, but there were people who were encouraging me when I was really down and out. And I'm not saying that I was on a down and out like Umar. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying in retrospect, where I was at, it's indicative of a lot of bad decisions that I've made over the course of maybe 12 years. But I was always here with my wife, always here with my children, always loved my wife, always loved my children, doing my best, just not doing what I thought was my best. I'll put it that way. I could have did better. I could have. The point is that people encourage me, even in the difficult times. And I'm not saying that we don't have challenges these days, because we do. I had a tough day this weekend, today, and really starting like around midnight last night. I got a text message. I said, man, what the fuck? I don't want to say too much. In the past, I would talk about it, but these days I don't, for cybersecurity reasons. And I know how Umar Johnson followers are. So yeah, we still have bad days that happen from time to time, but I'm in a whole different place these days, and I'm so thankful and so grateful. And a lot of it has to do with the encouragement. It was encouragement that people were giving me. Then there were people who were criticizing me. Some of the criticism was legitimate. A lot of it was just people just trying to cause harm. But I took from it the constructive criticism, and I was able to fashion a path for myself and for my family, for that matter. And I've been walking that path, and I've been doing a whole lot better. And like I always say, still got a long way to go, but it takes one step in the right direction. And you guys been part of that process, and you guys encourage me along the way. That's why whenever people say that they're doing something that's uplifting them or uplifting their family, we always take a moment to pause to say, hey, let's congratulate them. That's what we need, because at the end of the day, I think that's what we want life to be about, like milestones. Where was I last week? Where was I last month, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? And we want to see progress being made. In the case of Umar, what I've seen, and this sad, it really is the degradation of his life his trajectory has gone in the opposite direction, and through no fault. It's his fault, and he can't blame it on anyone else. So thank you all so much for supporting me over these years and encouraging me. I remember even when I was pursuing my degree, people were very encouraging me. That was not easy either, because I was trying to get straight A's. I ended up graduating with a 3.98. I think it was 3.98 GPA, and I could have got a 4.0, but I would have to take this one math class over again. I think I got a B plus in that class. If I got an A minus, then my overall GPA would have been, I think that's what it was. I got a B plus. If I got an A minus, my overall GPA would have been 4.0. And I remember I was talking to my counselor, and she was like, "No, that's not necessary." Listen, but I want that 4.0. But people encouraged it. It was not easy. It was not, but I got through it. Right? And I'm in a lot better position these days. And like I said, I don't want to tell people, about how much money I make these days. Okay, but it makes me happy to see other people getting to that six figures. So congratulations. Okay, and beyond too. Right. Thanks, Smitty boy, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Binky says, "Will Umar end up in jail?" I don't know. I do know this, that it has to come to an end at some point. It does. Umar can't do this for the rest of his life. I can't cover Umar for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the reason why it has to end. It has to end because the path for Umar, it's the way I look at it, is three pathways to this, but I'm not going to speak on the third one. I want to speak on two of them. The first pathway is that Umar, he's going to continue to do this for as long as he can until he burns himself out and he can't do it anymore. Right? And what that means is he'll hit critical mass. This is interesting. He'll hit critical mass, and at a certain point, he'll realize that the efforts that he puts into going along with this school scam that's been ongoing for over a decade now, that the amount of money that people are sending him, it's not even worth it anymore. Binky, think of it like Okay, can you guys hear me now? I'm sorry, shoot. I was off for a long time too, for about 4 minutes or longer than that. Let me see. I just want to see how long I was running my mouth. Yeah, it was about 5 minutes. Why didn't y'all tell me? I wasn't in the chat room. I apologize. I had a big old long thing I was talking about in terms of Umar going to jail. Let me just paraphrase real quick. So what I apologize, everybody. That hasn't happened in a while, though. I remember one time it was like 30 minutes. I was running my mouth. Look, people were like, "Hi, yo," just trying to get my attention. Someone just typing all kind of stuff. What does this mean? Boy, this is too funny. Look, last call was like, I can't hear you. The lady was like, no. I'm so sorry. I wasn't even in the chat room. I need to make sure that I'll be up in here. I apologize. One time I was talking for like 20 minutes. Someone called me on the phone and said, Lenon, your audio's out. Yeah, I was going off too. I sure was. Maybe I said stuff that people shouldn't have heard, as it were. Yeah, Biggie, just to paraphrase, it's like 3 paths for Umar. And one is that he hits critical mass where the efforts that he puts into scamming is not worth the money that comes in at a certain point. So I gave the example while I was running my mouth. Let's say if at a certain point he's only bringing in $2,000 a month. Okay, is it really worth all the shenanigans for $2,000 a month? Because $2,000 a month is not going to support his lifestyle. Rental cars, turn the heat down, gambling, traveling all over the world, buying dashikis, eating out all the time, all that stuff. That's not going to cut it anymore. So at a certain point, he's going to have to say, he's going to have to deal with that reality. And it's going to happen at some point, and then he's going to have to make a decision. And that's when he would just burn out. He'd just be burnt out on it. At that point, I think probably what Umar would do, he'd probably just sell the properties, get whatever money he can out of them, and then take that money and spend probably most of it on himself, but then take whatever money he has left over and try to reinvent the wheel. You know, he just starts a new scam. I'm looking for another building, right? Something like that. But by that time, a lot of people will wake up, so it wouldn't have the same effect, and he wouldn't get the type of money that he got in the past. I was mentioning 3. I'm not going to get to the third one, but I gave you the first one. And then the second one is where Umar, he get all the scamming that he's done when it comes to his IRS filings and reporting to the IRS that he didn't collect any money for a particular year, where we know he was collecting money, telling people to get on their CashApp, get on their PayPal back in those days, showing envelopes, where money's coming in and going to the PO box. And I just picked up a 20 pieces of donation mail, etc. And he's doing all that under the umbrella of a tax-exempt status, right? So in essence, he's scamming the IRS. If that blows up in his face, he's going to jail. Because that would be like it could be tax evasion, it could be money laundering, it could be wire fraud. So I think that's another pathway that Umar can go down. And that one, I think he would actually end up in jail. I just came to mind another way he can end up in jail is if he ever gets hemmed up and caught for all this turning of the heat down, and then he gets charges pressed against him, and then he's in jail for it. And that happens for a lot of people. They may think that they can get away with living that lifestyle, just being smoked out and substance abuse, and they think that they can get away with it. And there's a lot of people get away they can get away with it for decades. They're functional addicts. That happens a lot. But what if Umar gets too sloppy at a certain point because the substances are just overtake him? Because that happens too. Happens quite often for some people. And then what if we all of a sudden there's a news report and it's talking about Umar that he's been arrested for drug possession or something like that? Okay, well then here we go. It's possible, right? And it's not that I wish that on Umar. Okay, I don't want people to get it twisted. I'm just giving you guys some examples of what can take place that would ultimately end Umar in jail. It's sad. It's sad that we even have to think about these types of scenarios. But I do know that he can't do this forever. And I do know that at some point the chickens come home to roost. And Umar, with all that he has done, and I'm not even talking about the sexual exploitation of Black women and lying all the time and manipulating people as a master manipulator. I'm just talking strictly from the financial standpoint. With all that he's done with this scamming, he can't get away with that forever. It's just not going to happen. So one way or the other, justice will be served. And whether that is jail time or just Umar just gets burned out, you know, he may be 60 by that time, but he's going to have to face the reality that he can't get the type of money out of black people that he used to get, just like Jay Morrison can't. He can't do that anymore. It's impossible. Right? Okay, thanks, Mickey. And I apologize, everyone, for running my mouth for 5 minutes with no audio. I was probably like, what is he talking about? All right, thanks, Mickey. Sky says you have to walk in so someone like you could run and not repeat your mistakes, and you're giving back by warning people about this food. Yeah, good. Yeah, thank you so much, Sky. I appreciate that. And I was speaking on this before I realized that my audio was out. Matter of fact, let me go back to the chat room just in case, see if it goes out again. There was a time, I'm going to share this with y'all just to get this off my chest. There was a time, I mean, I used to talk a lot about manhood and masculinity and fatherhood. But there was a part of me at a certain point where I realized I needed to really focus on running, right? As opposed to just fumbling along and then kind of walking. It just wasn't enough. And over the years, I've been able to do a whole lot better. And I have a lot of wisdom that I feel like at this point in my age, with my children at the age that they're at, and in all of my life experience, I have a lot of wisdom I think I can share with, in particular, younger black men, younger men, really. That would help them in life and stuff that I wish I had known. Because sometimes I think about stuff that I know now. If I'd known this like when I was in my early 20s, and then how things would be so much more different, so much more different. Well, like I said, I've said this many times. I don't have a time machine. I'm into sci-fi. If I had one, you know, I probably would use it. As long as I can still have my wife and still have my 5 kids, I would use it and just make better decisions, you know. And there was a part of me that felt like I wasn't worthy of delivering those types of messages because I had fallen so much, you know, and just coming to grips with all that. But like you said, sometimes we got to fall and then crawl so we can run. And when we get to running, then we can help other people so they can run sooner and finish the race faster and win sooner too. See? And that's what I want. I think that's why I get excited when people share their stories about accomplishments, because it's like running a race and they're winning. And that's what we want to see, you know, and that's really like a message I just want to give to everyone. And at some point I'm going to do that because I ain't going to be able to do Umar forever. He be getting on my nerves. I know a couple of months ago, he was getting on my, you don't remember that? He's just annoying me. I was doing live streams. I was just like, this mother, I don't even want to talk about this. I'm good now, but a couple of months ago, he was just annoying me. All right. Thanks, Guy, for the super chat. I appreciate it. And I think that's, almost. Let me get to everyone else. A new member. Thank you so much. Yaramayao Israel. Thank you so much. Galita says his updated Instagram looks like he debated. Let me go look. I'll go take a look right quick. Maybe he went ahead and did it. Yeah. If it appears online, we're going to have another month of video, exciting videos to get to. Oh, yeah. Here, let me show this to you all. I wonder, this is probably, is this after? Yeah, it's probably after, because it looked like Elon Musk's dad has a bottle of something that he was drinking on, allegedly. Let me download this real quick and I'm gonna share it with you. I could do a screen share, but I'll just so I can, I'm gonna download it so I can have it inside my archive. Well, good for you, Umar. You didn't back down. Yeah, I saw one interview with him, Musk's dad, and he just seemed like an odd fellow. He really did. Okay, yeah, let me share this with y'all real quick. Here we go. Yeah, so this is it right here. Yeah, so it looks like, because they're shaking hands, so it looks like that they debated. Yeah, here we go. Thanks, Carla, for letting me know. I appreciate it. Yeah, again, if anyone happens to see the video over the next couple of hours or tomorrow, you can email. If you can email, I'm gonna keep looking, and I'll even look while I'm at work. Shoot, might as well. But we'll cover it for sure. Yeah, Dr. Umar versus Elon Musk. This is at University of Oxford. I didn't believe Umar was really gonna do this. I did, so I have to issue a retraction there, because I said I don't think he's gonna do this, but he did, because I didn't even think he was gonna debate. I thought he was lying. So Umar, you were right. Okay, he wasn't lying on that. And it says the great debate. All right. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this turns out. Hopefully, it actually appears online. All right. Thanks again, Carla. Oh no, see, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is from before. I apologize, y'all. That's my bad. Had y'all sitting on here running my mouth. Parby says you skipped my did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go look real quick. Thanks, Parby, too, for the super chat. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. For all of you six-figure folks, put as much as you can afford into deferred compensation to minimize tax implications. Your CCCC. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, if you can do deferred compensation, yeah, minimize tax. Or what about a Roth IRA? Maybe. What would you say? You're the expert. You're the expert. Even that type of stuff. See, if I had known that type of stuff when I was in my early 20s, and I know people who in their early 20s, they were knowledgeable about that, and they had plans and everything, and they're doing very well these days. And they're millionaires, I'm sure. It's just that my life, just financial literacy wasn't. I grew up poor. Financial literacy wasn't something that we discussed, and it wasn't something that I really learned about. And life really was about struggle, and it was about survival. See, but I teach my kids, though they know. One of my sons, I said, listen, son, with the kind of money you making right now, you could be saving $2,000 a month. Okay, is he doing it? No, not quite, but he's doing well enough. He's doing a lot better than I was at his age. But I tell him now, and then we have a plan for him in terms of at the different steps. I just wish that's the thing too. I think if I don't know. See, that's why I'm saying it's so important for for people to be present in their children's lives. There's a lot that we can pass down to them that can set them up for higher levels of success. And I've seen other parents do it, but then there's things that we may know that can help our children, but there's things that we don't know. And there's stuff I know now that I wish I knew back then, but I'm making sure that my children know these things. Okay, thanks, Par B, for the advice there. Okay, and this is for you six-figure folks. Okay, thank you, and thanks for the super chat as well. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, she said deferred compensation. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. Okay, there it is, right there. Okay, yeah, and then I thank you, Par B, for that super chat, and also thank you for this one too. I apologize for missing the other one. Barry says, with time running out, how hard will reality hit Umar? Barry, I think it's already hit Umar. I think he knows. It's like I was saying yesterday during yesterday's live stream. It's a form of slavery that he can't get out of this, because everything is in his life revolves around getting money from people from this FDMG school scam. Everything else that takes place in Umar's life, in order for it to take place, he has to get the money from the people for the FDMG school scam. So if you live in that cycle long enough, and Umar knows, because you can look at him in terms of physically, you can look at his mental health. You can also look at the trajectory of his life. I mean, remember in 2019, he had his own place. He gets evicted towards the end of the year, and he's been homeless ever since. See, that should be a moment where Umar realizes, okay, well, this is the reality of this situation. That's in 2019, after he had raised $1 million. He should have been sitting on $850,000 at that time, but he's getting evicted. See, that's when life hits hard. Think about this too. This is someone who allegedly has 6 degrees. Why are you getting evicted if you have 6 degrees, advanced degrees, aside and certifications? See, reality already hit Umar. I think Umar gave up though. I think he gave up a long time ago, because it's like a massive snowball, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and he can't keep it at bay anymore. So he just, let me just go ahead and roll on down the hill with it. And he's just been, that's what his life has turned into. And the more he rolls down the hill, the worse things get. His daughter comes out and exposes him as a deadbeat. He's doing rants on different things. He's doing a rant where he's talking on the phone and ain't nobody even on the phone. He got the Cookie Crush chat to deal with. That's not easy. So it's already hitting. It's already hitting. See? But for Umar, he's given up. You know, every day for him, it's just about survival and then doing what he has to do in order to get money to survive into the next day. It's a horrible way to live, especially for someone who claims to be the most progressive. So all the stuff he says he is, it's really, it's a coping mechanism. I would say the substance abuse issue, this is a coping mechanism. The gambling, the sex, it's a coping mechanism. Umar, reality has already hit him, but he's in total denial. And instead of facing it like a man should, you know, he just folds and he just continues to roll down the hill. And he's been doing this for such a long time. Yeah, that's Umar. That's why I said this before we close out. I said this inside of the first documentary. I said, Umar, he's a cautionary tale, and we can learn a lot of lessons from Umar. See, I know this is going to sound crazy, but if I had the levels of well, it's not even intellect. If I had the wisdom that I have today when I was in my 20s, and I saw someone like Umar would have inspired me to do better when I was in my 20s. Not because he's doing better or that he's doing good, but because I wouldn't want to see myself going anywhere in the direction that Umar Johnson has gone. Does this make sense? See, that's why I think Umar's, if he was ever going to contribute something of value, and running his mouth is not it. If he was ever going to contribute something of value to the Black community, what he would do is get his life turned around and share the process with the world. It would inspire so many men. It would give encouragement to them. And he would have to be honest and real about how far he has fallen and just tell everything, you know, the sexual exploitation of the Black women, the scamming and the scheming, you know, all the lying and you know, all just come clean. And he'll feel better too if he did it. But if he came clean and then built himself back up, it would be one of the most powerful stories for the Black community, right? And Black men who are in difficult situations right now, they'll see that and they'll be inspired. Okay, Umar, look where he was at, but now look where he's headed. And then later on down the line, look at where he's at now, you know, and then they can follow that and be inspired by that. You know, that's actions. We were talking about to begin this. Umar, he's a talker. He's not a doer. You know, he doesn't get things done. He's not an action person. He's I'm just going to run my mouth. But running the mouth doesn't solve problems. Actions solve problems, and those actions have to be in line with resolving issues. And Umar hasn't done that, and it's a missed opportunity. He could really inspire a whole new generation of Black men to do better, but he would have to do better himself. And unfortunately, I don't think he will. There was a time I used to. I don't think so these days, right? And you're right. Time's running out. You know, I got the text message last night. This morning I was on the phone call, making phone calls and everything. We're all getting older. Ain't nobody getting younger up over here. You know what I'm saying? And Umar's definitely not. You know, he has some, and everybody got issues. Listen, Umar got mental health issues. Everyone got something going on with mental health, right? Anxiety. For me, it's a form of anxiety, like just hyper vigilant, especially with my kids. You know, just overly protective. But hey, it is what it is. I ain't gonna have nothing, you know, happening to my kids if I can stop it. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of it has to do with my own childhood trauma. I recognize that. So we all have issues, you know. But Umar, he has some extreme issues that need to be resolved, and he's not going to resolve them while he's, you know, running through these streets and traveling the world and living high off the hog, the donor's money, and scamming and scheming. It's not going to happen. And time is running out. You know, that's why, again, when people tell me these stories and they share how they just got a degree or they certifications or they're doing better financially or whatever the case may be, that's what it's all about. Because time is running out and we have to use our time wisely to make the best of what we have, you know? And that's why I appreciate y'all Cook Press Chat, because y'all been inspired me. You've been so supportive of me and my family. I really do appreciate it. You know, I wish I could show my family like I used to, but there's so many crazy people on the internet. It's like once they started posting my children's social media, we had to get them off of there. That's when I knew, you know. And like James, we should show when James was a baby. Okay, he almost taller than me now. His voice is deeper than mine. How about that? It's crazy. Anyway, time keeps on ticking. Remember that song? Thanks, Barry, for the super chat. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody else too. User 225 says Pan-Africanism is an outdated ideology. Right? Yeah, it really is. And truth be told, Umar is not a Pan-Africanist. He's not. It's just he knows that Marcus Garvey was one of the primitive Pan-Africanists, and he wants to be Marcus Garvey. That's all that is. See? How you a Pan-Africanist and you don't take care of your kids? You a Pan-Africanist, but you live inside your mama closet? I ain't never heard of no Pan-Africanist living inside his mama closet. You a Pan-Africanist, but you running through all these black women out here with the bumpity bump on your lip. Is that what Pan-Africanists do? No. He's not no Pan-Africanist. He's just a title because he wants to be Marcus Garvey so bad. And I get it. There was a time I wanted to be a starship captain. I'm almost done. We done right here, okay? I don't even feel like finishing the other. We've got about a minute left, or maybe after this we'll finish that, but we'll get out of here. I said we're gonna be here 20 minutes, and here we are, an hour and 40. Yeah, I want to be a starship captain. Why not? I used to watch Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. So in the 10th grade, I had I was in the 10th grade. No, 11th grade, I had a girlfriend. She was in the 12th grade. She was a Mexican young lady. She was pretty too. Don't tell Umar. She was pretty. She was also a groupie for that a group called Menudo. I didn't know that back then, but I found out later. Anyway, she got me because she had a bet with her friend on see who can have sex with me first. That was their little bet, and her friend was trying to get at me too. She was a little bit younger, but I was like, no. And I said, okay, I'll go for this. Okay, she didn't get these cookies though. I just want to let y'all know. Okay, she got close, but she didn't get these cookies. That wasn't until the next one. Then I was giving her the cookie. What was I talking about? I was going to say something. Oh yeah. So I wanted to be a starship captain. So one time we was you have a girlfriend, you can be going places and stuff, and we were going different places. And I remember one time we went to this party together, and I didn't even come home that night. And we was in the bed. Oh my God, I think about it now. I don't know what in the world. My mama, she went. I know she was scared because back then there was the drive-by shootings and all. And again, I wasn't in the streets or anything like that. But as a single mother, I'm sure she had some horrible thoughts, like because I had never done nothing like that. Yeah, she wanted to crush them cookies real bad that night. I was out all night. I didn't even come home. Anyway, I shouldn't have did that to my mama. That wasn't right. Anyway, but again, my dad wasn't around either. See, so that ain't gonna happen up in this house up over here. Okay, just to let y'all know. Anyway, so we were walking on the pier one time. We almost done. We were walking on the pier, and it was out by the I can't remember what pier. It's a popular pier out there in San Diego. And we were walking and we were just talking and stuff. And then she said, "Well, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And we were walking. I looked up at the stars, and I said, "I want to be a starship captain." She looked at me like, "This guy, what in the world?" No, but that's what I want to be, a starship captain. Because I used to watch Star Trek and stuff like that. It's not going to happen because I'm too old and they don't have starships like that with the warp nacelles and all that stuff. So that's never going to happen. But I could dream, right? Some of y'all wanted to be rappers. I didn't want to be a rapper. I wanted to be a starship captain. Don't try to, Anyway, I don't even know how I got onto that story. It's just been one of those nights, okay? All right. Anyway, Umar, he's not a Pan-Africanist. That's what I wanted to. I don't know. I don't even know because there was a point I was going to be making about when I told her about I want to be a starship captain, but I can't even remember now because I was talking about this other stuff that people are now they're calling me nasty, Lenon. We was in the bed. She got on top of me. She had on. I kid you not. I said, "Oh shit." Anyway, we're gonna move on. Okay. I was probably about 15, maybe 16 at the time. Probably 15, actually. Yeah, I was 15. Anyway, let's close this out, shall we? She was my girlfriend though, so it wasn't like I was out there, freakazoid or nothing like that. Lenon, have you ever been one of those nerdy Star Trek to one of those nerdy Star Trek conventions where they dress up like the characters? No, I ain't never been to none of that. That's too far for me. I may dress up though in the future. I ain't gonna lie about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie about it. All right. No, she was a freaky frog. I was just going along with it. Okay, because she knew what she was doing. She had a plan. Okay. We got real close. I need to be quiet. I'm too loud. My daughter got her friends up over here. Oh goodness. Y'all see this? All right. Anyway. Yeah, I do plan on getting it. Yeah, I do plan on getting it. Okay, let's close this out, shall we? Yeah, she did. She had a plan. She sure did. Y'all be taking stuff too far. Come on now. Let's not do that. I needed this though. You gave me an idea, sportsman. Yeah, you inspired me, sportsman. The Starship Freak Off. Okay. That's too funny. I'm sorry, sweet tea. I'm so sorry. Is that your dad? What is he talking about? It really it's very concerning. How old is he? That doesn't sound right. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have a starship called USS Baby Oil. Y'all too funny. Oh man, y'all too funny. Sharif, you gave me another idea. Okay. All right, let's close this out. Boy, this live stream went left. Okay, far left. Okay, let me finish up with this video right here. Then we'll be up out of here. Okay, everyone. Shout out to the Cookie Crush. I love y'all. Y'all made I really needed this. I needed this so bad. Thank you guys so much. Thanks you that you do 5-2 for the super chat. Listen, Barry, you see what you started? I'll just blame Barry. Okay, that's your fault. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Some of y'all got some ideas, huh? That's okay. All right, let's go ahead and play the rest of this, and we gonna be up out of here. Here we go.
My Manchester University students in England Wednesday night. But today it's about the Ohio African. Today it's about the Queens of Columbus. Listen, if we take a photo today, make sure you text it to my phone, 215-989-9858. If we take a photo today, make sure you text it to my phone, 215-989-9858. Of course, we can't forget Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines, or Toussaint L'Ouverture, or
boy, he be living in motels.
Henry Christophe, or Bookman, or Macandal, or Cecil Fataman. We can't forget Nat Turner and Gabriel Prosser.
Yeah, his donors pay for everything. And I don't even bring that up, but they pay for his phone bills. They've sent him phones. Y'all know that? They sent them shoes. They sent them phones, like them expensive ones, the iPhones and all that stuff. You ain't gonna catch me with no iPhone. I'm sorry. I don't be on my phone like that. It's just for communication purposes. I may check my email every once in a while, but it's mainly texting with my family. That's it for the most part. Yeah, they've sent him phones. They sent them shoes, jackets. Yeah, birthday Nikes. Yeah, they sure did. That's nuts.
Mark Veazey and Charles DeLong.
Yeah, T. Jones, they did. They sent him underwear, and then he posted on his Instagram page. Yeah. He getting phone donations up to. I kid you not. There's more stuff. I just can't remember. There's other stuff too. Bridget, you're right. Cologne. They sent him cologne. Gift cards. Red Lobster gift cards. You know you're a bum if people send you Red Lobster gift cards. I wish someone would. They sent him Red Lobster gift cards. And he was in the car in the rental talking about gifts, gifts, gifts. Did you not? Yeah, they sent him draws. I kid you not. Yeah, food. Yep. I don't know. Barn, I don't know about no toothpaste now. I don't think he I don't think they sent him that, okay? All right. Here we go.
Can't forget Tula and Corpata, my Guadalupean Africans.
Who?
We can't forget Mother Solitude and Luis del Gras and General Inyas. Oh, yes. My Africans.
You guys in the chat, don't do that. What is that? What's Vagisil? I just look at the badge part. That's why I was like, don't do that. It said Activate. It said send you Activate. That Freeman ain't playing. I'll eat some Red Lobster. I ain't never been to Red Lobster. I ain't never been there. Yeah, Versace cologne. Yep. Yes, you're right. Yep, they sure did. They sent them a tablet one time. Mm-hmm. Jimmy, don't do that. Y'all tripping. Boy, y'all been cutting up today. But you know what? I needed it. I needed it so bad. Yeah, they sent him a tablet, Domo. They sure did. Anyway. I don't know. That's too far. Come on now. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. I appreciate it. I know this is a different time. We were supposed to go for 20, 25 minutes. I think I even said 30 minutes, but now we're an hour and 50 minutes already. Thank you guys so much. I needed this. I had a really rough day today. Midnight, it was rough. I got that text message, and I just want to thank everyone. You know, I like I said before I started this live stream, it wasn't right before, maybe an hour before I started the live stream. I was like 30 minutes. I was like, I wish I didn't schedule this because I just don't feel right, you know, and I don't want to get up there and you know, be all sad and nothing like that. And I'm glad I got up on here. You know, thank you guys so much, and congratulations to everyone. People, I mean, it's inspiring. It makes me feel good. I need it. I need to hear it. You know, anytime, anyone, if you any milestone, you know, let us know in the chat room so we can celebrate. Because we need it. We need to hear that, and I definitely need to hear that type of thing today. Okay, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all y'all. Okay, thanks to the mods for handling business. Thanks to everyone who sent in super chats during this live stream. I really appreciate it. Also, have Cash App and PayPal links listed down below the description of this video. So if you sent PayPal, Cash App, thank you so much. And thanks to people who sent the super stickers too. Okay, I appreciate that as well. Okay. Again, like I said, if the video of Umar, the debate, if that appears tonight, I'll download it. We'll get to it this weekend. If not, we'll get to it on Monday. It may take a couple of days before it appears, if it actually appears. And if anyone happens to run across it, like if it's on TikTok or something, or some other platform because I only really use YouTube, but if it's on Facebook or something like that and y'all see it, yeah, send me a link to it, LenonHonor@yahoo.com. Okay, that way I can download it and can have it archived, and then we can get into it at a later time. Okay. Again, thank y'all so much for tuning on in. Cookie Crush Chat is definitely undefeated. I needed y'all today. Thank you guys so very much, and as we always do.
Oh my gosh, so you're fancy, huh?
Yeah, Black community activist. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Well, good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
She's my snow bunny piece. In the winter light, so she's my sweet cream.
Let me turn this down so I get some shout outs. Also, I'm going to close the poll out too. I forgot to do that. I'll do that now. All right. Thanks, guys. Stragglito, BH. Your body moves. Bunny, yeah. Congratulations, Laurie. That's awesome. Thanks, lady. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sister Traveler, Big Sis Cat. Thanks, RB, and congratulations as always. Thanks for the advice. Appreciate you. Miss Independent Mountain. Thanks, DSR. Tuning on in, Sharif. What in the world is a Babala Sheku? What's up, Vern? BH and Erica. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, good night, Sharif. God, sweet tea. Brother Fairchild. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ragunito. Last call. Oh, no, y'all tripping. Yeah, y'all know you got it, Sis Travel. You got it. Yeah, Smitty. Thanks, bro, and congratulations to Smitty. Doing big things. And Larry. What's up, Black Mario? Same day party. Thanks, Josh, for putting on in. I appreciate the show. Lady Bell. Thanks, Barry, for tuning on in. Hey, Nurse Alexa. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thanks, last call. And James, appreciate you. Everybody else in the Cook Crush chat. Yeah, please enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Okay, I appreciate y'all. I need y'all tonight. Okay. I really appreciate it. Okay, love y'all. Okay, I'll talk to y'all very, very soon. All right, Cookie Crush chat is undefeated. All right, talk to y'all soon. Take care. Peace.